Hi there and welcome back to Second the World. My name's Alice and today we are going to go for a massage. It's very exciting. We're still in the middle of COVID precautions, so we do have some bits and bobs that we have to adhere to have said massage. So I'm just going to kind of take you along, just give you a kind of brief insight. I'm going to a Bannatyne spa, so all of the precautions that we'll be working through are through that and through them. But I thought I'd take you along, kind of show you how it works in case you were interested in doing the same. So first precautions are face masks. Face masks have to be worn as you go in, and depending on some treatments, we will have to keep the face masks on during the treatment. I do believe my treatment will require me to keep the face mask on all the time, but I'm not sure. I'll let you know. I'm going for a full body massage, so I'll let you know how that works. You got to get there 10 15 minutes beforehand, and they will take your temperature on the way in as well. Do believe, as with everyone, it's so long as your temperature is under 40 and obviously you don't show any symptoms of coronavirus, you're all good to go in. So it should be all good. It should be good to get in and get relaxed. So we have arrived. We arrived 10-15 minutes early, as I said we should, but we have also been told that our appointments have been pushed back 15 minutes, which is not a problem, but we also found out that this had happened 2 days ago. So I'm a little disappointed to find out that we weren't informed prior to arriving right now that the appointments have been moved, because I don't think it would have hurt to send a quick text to let us know to come 15 minutes later, because it's fine being 15 minutes, but if it'd been moved by an hour or something. Like I said, no problem with it being moved, appreciate situation's weird and everything, but to not be told, a little disappointed about that. Just having a quick drink and we will go in about 20 minutes now and hopefully be all chill. I don't think we do have to have the face masks on during the treatment. From what the woman said, we can take them off as soon as we get in the treatment room. So, happy days. So I am back from what was a very well-needed massage. Damn, it feels good. I feel so chill and zen and just want to bliss out everywhere now. Just wanted to go over, as I did in the Zoom video, just kind of talk you through the day, what happened. I didn't get a lot of footage whilst I was there, for very obvious reasons. I was there to chill out and relax, and I just kind of wanted to show you some things that were going on. And again, to repeat that this is a Bannatyne's health spa that I went to. Other health spas may have different rulings. Please check before you go. Do not take my word as gospel, because this is only for one specific brand. I would assume that this is good for any Bannatyne all over the country, but still check before you go and don't take my word as gospel. When we got there, we had already been pre-told that we were going to have our temperature checked before we walked in, and we had to have the masks on going into buildings. That's pretty bog standard at this point, the mask thing, so that wasn't any different. It was just a little laser temperature thingy that you've seen everybody using nowadays. We went to the desk and we checked in, and this is where, I've already mentioned this in the video, but this really frustrated me because our appointments have been moved by 15 minutes. Now I have absolutely no problem with my appointment being moved by 15 minutes, and if my appointment had been moved by 15 minutes, 20 minutes before I walked in the door, I'd have had even less problem in not being informed about that. But I was told by the receptionist that my appointment had been moved by 15 minutes 2 days earlier, which meant they had 2 days to text me or email me to tell me my appointment was now 15 minutes later. We booked a table to eat at the restaurant there after we'd had our swim and our beauty treatments. So it was a bit annoying to find out that they'd known for 2 days the appointment had been moved by 15 minutes and just not informed me. When I know they've got my phone number on file, and I know they've got my email address on file because I gave it to them when I filled out the form. And they phoned me in the week to double check everything with me. So that was quite frustrating. I didn't think it would have hurt to just drop a text or drop an email to say, oh, by the way, as per our terms and conditions, things are subject to change and we moved it by 15 minutes. I had no problem it had been moved, apart from the fact I hadn't been told, which was annoying because I was there to relax and chill, and I started by getting annoyed. Anyway, we then went out the back and we had a sit outside. Once we were outside, masks came off. We had a nice refreshing fruit smoothie booster thing. Then we went up to the waiting room, waited there, and then we were collected by our masseuses each. We were each in independent rooms. I have done massages with my mum in the past, and we've been in the same room because we've been having the same treatment. Now, I don't think we'd have ever been in the same room even without COVID because we were having different massages done. But I also think at this time, even if we had had the same treatment, we would have still been done in different rooms because of COVID. But basically at that point, you go in, there's now a sink and some soap and some towels left out for you. Wash your hands before you even start, and then you sit down. Your masseuse kind of gives you a little chat, talks about the massage, and then talks about the new COVID protocols. I had to have my mask on my face when I was facing up. So when I was on my front, I could pull it down over my chin, which I did because she said so you can breathe for a bit, which was fine. It was a little bit uncomfortable because of the elastic stretch across here, but after a while you just totally forget it's even there. I basically just did the thing that everyone does and just rest it on my chin, where I was doing naffle, but because I was face down it was fine. And then when I spun over, I just lifted that back up over, and then we carried on. That was probably the only thing that was different in the massage. I don't think anything else was different. The masseuse herself was covered in PPE. She had a mask and visor and a little plastic apron. But of course she couldn't wear gloves or anything because she's using her hands to work, and that would have been very uncomfortable for me, and she probably wouldn't have been able to feel the muscles and everything properly if she'd had gloves on. So she didn't have gloves on. But that was probably the only PPE she didn't have on. PPE, personal protection equipment, if anyone doesn't know. Normally when you come out, they give you a glass of water to detox and stuff, but she couldn't give you the water. She just suggested very strongly that I go and drink lots of water. But yeah, that was it. That was kind of it. Like I said, nothing was really that different. There's arrows on the floor and you've got to work a certain way, and you've got to go up this stair, and you've got to go through this door, and as is with everywhere at the moment. But all in all, it really wasn't that different. I don't feel my experience with the actual massage was any different, all things considered. So a great job, and if you are worried about going, I wouldn't be. There really isn't much to it. The staff at Bannatyne all constantly have face masks on, and where necessary have got gloves on as well. So Bannatyne are doing a very good job of keeping their staff kind of COVIDed up, if you will, throughout the day, throughout your experience walking through the entire building. If you fancy a massage, do try and give it a go, because the other thing is these COVID restrictions and these COVID guidelines and things aren't going to go away overnight. Probably going to be in these for a good 6 to 12 months moving forwards. So it's kind of a point now where if you're not comfortable going to things in the way they are, you're probably not going to be comfortable going to things for a very long time. And I don't want to sound like arsey or kind of brunt, but at some point life has to go back. This is a new normal. We all kind of have to get used to it. So I'm just trying to do my bit to kind of share some of the new normal with you. So if you have any apprehensions or any worries, you can see how it all works and get a gauge for it and kind of guess and tell if you yourself are comfortable putting yourself in that situation. Of course, I'm not trying to force anybody to go to any massages or anywhere else. I just want to show you and give you a little insight to how these things are working, and just show you how the new precautions are coming into play and how they affect your experience as a customer in these establishments. But that's all for now, so I hope you enjoyed sort of coming to a massage with me. I very much enjoyed it. For now, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's been an absolute blast as always. If you enjoyed this video, go show that like button some good old-fashioned love. And if you want to support the channel, go hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss next time I upload a video. Stay awesome, and I will see you all in the next video! Oh no, I'm sick.